presentations, but I always think that culture and history go hand in hand. And I loved history at school, but I also loved being a history teacher. Of course. So I combine those two things together. It allows me to do that. So for example, one of the things that I would use in a school would be this book, right? And for me, this book is a simple and probably the most factual book about the life of Rolihlahla. So when I go into schools, for example, this would be something I would display, and I would just pick just a few pages, for example. So.
And it's accessible to kids because it's small, it's not
Exactly.
overwhelming
It's
like
not that
reading
big.
the autobiography.
Absolutely. And you know, here it's basically just, if you look here, this was an old map of South Africa. So I would have been born in what is called Transkei, which is now the Eastern Cape. And this is how life began for me. My grandparents brought me up in a mud hut like that. So when you look at something like this, and it's reality, isn't it, when you talk about it? But I love the fact that it will tell you, like for example, the name Mandela was actually a name that was picked up by Western media, so to speak, in our villages. So me, when I go home, my name is Babalwa Prudence, right? But when I go back to my mother, to this region, I'm given a name, Kakamba. So all of us have those funny sounding names. So his name, Rolihlahla, that would have been his first name, Rolihlahla. And then Nelson is a name that you get given, like me, the Prudence. I was given when I was actually baptized. You know, so that's why I love doing what I love. So when I talk about his village, the Xhosa village, his village was called Unu. My village is called Ezikha Mngwaneni.
Oh, I love it.
So, you know, so this is, as I said, this is why I enjoy doing what I do. And this is the man I was talking about. So as I say, my surname is Luthuli. So this is basically the person who set the legacy of our family, and he was the first African Nobel Peace Prize. I think he was. He's got an autobiography called Let My People Go, but this is the man that influences me, because obviously I want the Luthuli legacy to carry on, but I don't want it to be shrouded in South African politics, and you know, so that's why I've removed myself from South African politics, but I still want to respect and celebrate my heritage.
Absolutely.
So I do it this way. And my dream, like we opened a museum for him, my dream is to one day open a museum here that I can teach and share some aspects of my culture.